What's up, guys? My name is Procla, and today we are going to talk about second season of Scream, the first episode. Okay, guys, I actually have waited a long time for this, and I was actually excited for one thing. Is many months ago, I did a theory on the second season, is what they were maybe going to do, and I mentioned Jake, and I'm actually excited. What I did was, well, this is dead, but I'm actually just gonna explain what happens. Is I made a theory on the second season, and Jake, I actually predict Jake to die. And what happens the first season in the first episode? Well, actually, the second season in the first episode, Jake dies. And that's a spoiler. I'm gonna say that on the title is this is gonna be a spoiler alert. And I actually was surprised what I said in this video on here is I said if Jake dies in the first, fifth, and seventh, I'm awesome, and I guess I'm awesome then. And I'm not kidding you guys. I have said that in this video on here, but it's dead. But now let's get to the plot of the whole second season, actually. Now, you guys know in the last season, Audrey was somewhat submitted with Piper's crimes, you can say. We can see she was maybe the helper. She burned the letters from Piper, well, Piper to her. And that was the biggest thing. What I was expecting was, why were they talking? Why was a victim talking to the killer? And that was the biggest thing to me was, what is going to go on with Emma and Audrey, actually. And we actually know Emma actually comes back from a 3-month therapy thing, and her friends surprise her with a party, like, welcome back, I hope you're better. And she says to her, be normal around me, and don't think I am this kind of person anymore. And they do that, but this whole season now is actually basing on Audrey now. And the killer is actually coming back for one specific reason, is for Audrey. And he says to Audrey, you think you're gonna get away that easily? I don't even think so. Don't even try. And how the first episode actually begins is so clever in Scream 4. If you guys don't know what I'm saying, Scream 4, how it begins is a movie inside of a movie. And that's how it actually begins. Is the first season of, well, the second season of the first episode of the second season is they do that the same way. Is they have a movie inside of a movie. Well, actually, a movie inside of a TV show. But that's how they begin it. And how Audrey becomes this careful person is she's getting these text messages when she's working, and there's some funny jokes somewhat, and then she bumps into a fan of hers, you can say, and what happens is, sorry, they get a picture, and we see something right behind her, and Audrey just tries to grab the keys, and it's gone. Now, this is when she brings the fan to the back entrance, but she gets run into the killer, and she's running away, and she goes back to the place where she thought where was the keys, and she's trying to find the keys, and she looks up, and the killer has the keys. Now, that again will have a throwback from the first movie when Sydney's trying to get the keys, and the killer outside of the car. Hey, are the keys? Do not even try to get away. That's another thing. What I actually like is they having some scenes in the movies into the TV show, and I actually really like that. And then to the end of the whole big climax scene almost is Audrey gets a ice pick and stabs the killer, and it's just a prank. What? A prank? Yeah. These two fans pranked Audrey in a miserable way because one of them gets stabbed. And now Audrey is again famous around the town. And now there's a little discussion with the new police officer. And yes, there's a brand new police officer. I'm saying that weird. I'm sorry. But we see some brand new characters like Zoe, the girl who tries to prank Audrey. I don't know her name. And what they say in the show is you're stupid for pranking her because if you're saying, oh, sir, you are just gonna give her a license to kill, actually, he's not giving her nothing. She was trying to protect herself by you motherfuckers trying to prank her. And the prank went wrong. The prank went wrong because she meant to the point of Dawn of grabbing a freaking ice pick and stabbing one of you guys. She was trying to protect herself, that's one. And then going in the whole big show, Jake actually wants to prove a point, and what he does, he goes to a random place, and he gets a bear trapped to his foot. He gets captured by the killer, and he gets hanged by 2 chains from the ceiling, about a foot or 2 feet off the ground, and he gets killed. And that's Jake for yourself, guys. Trying to prove a point, and he gets killed in the first season. And the biggest thing what I wanted to see is first kill. The first kill in the episode. And we do. And it's Jake. And guys, don't think it as I hate Jake. I like the guy who played Jake, but it was so stupid what he tries to do. He tries to prove a point, gets captured by the killer, and just dies. But again, that's okay. And now Audrey and Emma, they do their own stuff in the whole show. And with Emma, she actually goes on Noah's podcast and talks about the 6 victims of the massacres. And I'm very sorry. And what happens is now, to the end of the show, we do see Jake dies, but Emma and Brooke goes to a old place where Brandon James's brother, Troy James, had a bond, and Emma had this dream with her when she was little, and she's playing with the pig's guts. And she actually goes there, and she finds a light in the house near the barn, and she goes in, and there's pictures of her when she was young and when the massacre began, and just crap. And I have 2 theories who could be. It could be her father, because if this person has pictures when she was young, it could be her father, but he won't want to attack her. And 2 is Troy James, because he is a mystery. Like, no one knows where he is, and the bond is his bond, actually, and that's his house guest. And that's the biggest theory I have in the episode.